So, what's really coming next in technology? Today, we're going to unpack a kind of map to the future, straight from the research firm Gartner. They've pinpointed the key innovations that are set to shape our world for the next decade, and we are diving right in. Gartner's research VP Brian Burke really sets the stage perfectly here. The technologies we're about to look at, they're total game changers, but they're so new, their full potential is still a mystery that we're all just starting to unravel. Now, to figure out what's truly important, Gartner's team doesn't just look at a few trendy ideas. No, they sift through this massive landscape of over 1,700 different technologies. Just think about that scope for a second. It's incredible. And from that huge number, they boil it all down to just five core, overarching trends that they believe will be the main engines of innovation and disruption for the next 5 to 10 years. So, the big question is, what are these 5 trends that are going to define our future? Let's get right into the first one. All right, first up is a trend Gartner calls the digital you. This is all about how technology is creating a digital representation of us, a kind of twin that can exist and act for us online and even in physical spaces. And listen, this goes way beyond just your social media profile. We're talking about creating really sophisticated digital models of ourselves, these digital twins that can be analyzed and can even act on our behalf. It's a wild concept. The technologies making this happen are just fascinating. I mean, they range from the stuff we're seeing right now, like health passports, all the way to things that sound like pure science fiction, like a full digital twin of the person or even two-way brain-machine interfaces. Okay, let's shift gears to our next trend. This one is about how the very structure of businesses is changing. Gartner calls it the composable enterprise, but I think a much better way to picture it is as a Lego enterprise. You know, it really just comes down to being agile. So instead of a rigid one-size-fits-all company structure, you picture a business built from modular parts, like Lego bricks. Each brick is a different capability that you can snap on, pull off, and rearrange on the fly to deal with new challenges. And this kind of flexibility is powered by some really cool tech. For instance, a data fabric acts like a flexible mesh that lets all the different business bricks talk to each other and share info. And private 5G networks give them the super fast connection they need to work together instantly. Our third trend takes a concept we're all familiar with, artificial intelligence, and gives it a powerful new twist. We're moving past the kind of AI we know today to something way more dynamic. Okay, so here's the key difference. This isn't an AI that just follows a program. Formative AI learns as it goes. It can adapt to brand new situations and can even create totally novel solutions to problems it's never seen before. And this trend is incredibly broad. It covers everything from AI systems that can retrain themselves while they're running, all the way to what's called generative AI, which can create completely new things like text, images, or code all by itself. All right, next up, we've got a really fundamental shift in one of society's most important ideas, trust. We're moving away from relying only on people and institutions and moving toward a whole new model. So, instead of putting our faith in a middleman, like a bank, we're starting to put our trust in the code itself. The idea is that the algorithm can be built to be so secure, private, and verifiable that it completely removes the need for that middleman. Just think about the old way. We trust institutions to handle things for us. But in this new model, that middleman is just gone. It allows for a more direct, efficient, and transparent system of trust between two parties. And building this new foundation of trust, it takes specific kinds of tech. Things like differential privacy make sure data can be used without revealing who you are, and explainable AI helps us understand why an algorithm made a certain decision, which is absolutely crucial if we're going to trust it. Our fifth and final trend takes us right down to the physical level, the actual hardware that powers everything we've been talking about. For decades, progress has been built on one key material, but that's all about to change. You see, Moore's Law, the idea that computer chips get twice as powerful about every 2 years, has been the engine of the digital age. But we are now getting incredibly close to the physical limits of silicon. We just can't make those transistors any smaller. That engine is running out of road. So what does that mean? It means to keep making tech faster, smaller, and more powerful, we have to look beyond silicon. We need to find and develop entirely new types of materials to build the next generation of computers. And the possibilities here are seriously mind-bending. I mean, we're talking about using the structure of DNA itself to perform complex calculations,
or creating advanced sensors that can just safely biodegrade and return to the environment. It's amazing stuff.
And this, right here, is probably the most important takeaway of all. These 5 trends don't exist in their own little bubbles. The real revolution is going to happen where they all intersect, where they combine and amplify each other.
So just think about that for a second. What happens when these forces all come together? You've got a formative AI running on a DNA computer that's powering your digital twin, and that twin is interacting with these adaptable, Lego-like businesses, and it's all built on a foundation of algorithmic trust. The world that comes out of that combination, well, it's not just going to be an upgrade, it's going to be a fundamentally different world from the one we know today.